So let's take a look at the numbers here for this welterweight showcase. The elder man, Richard Kiely, by just 2 years, although a good reach and height advantage for Olejniczak. Both men on point on the scales. Undefeated record for Kiely, a slight edge in experience for Olejniczak. Let's go over to our master of ceremonies, Mr. Buddy Showtime Johnson.
We are ready for 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, standing in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighing officially at 170.6 pounds. With 1 official win and just 1 draw, representing Belfast, Northern Ireland by way of Nowa Ruda, Poland, he is Daniel Obi-Wan Olejniczak. And his opponent in the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing officially also at 170.6 pounds. With 1 official win and no defeat, representing Dublin, Ireland, he is Richard Kiely. When the action begins, your referee in charge is Mr. Daniel Mulvahedi.
Daniel the Gentleman Mulvahedi in charge. Kiely in the red corner with the red Valet Tudo shorts and the red tape on those gloves. Black and red trunks and blue tape for Olejniczak. The grudge match is happening now. The time for talk is over. It's BAMMA 30, live from the 3 Arena here in Dublin.
Kiely's going to take his time here. Given the beautiful takedown offense of Daniel, he's going to pick his shots. There we go. See, he strikes and gets out of range.
That's one of the things to watch for from Kiely, is the way he sets up his entrances, the patterns he will get you to read, and then try and force a reaction really to get his offense going, and that is just that. Fast hands there on display from Kiely.
Olejniczak backing up to the cage. I'd like to see him throw some strikes as he's moving back, perhaps the uppercut or that check left hook. Because at the moment, Richard is so comfortable with his take. Oh my goodness, his striking game there.
Kiely nearly tagging Olejniczak there. There was almost a thought about a head kick there from Olejniczak, and he actually aborted mid-kick team because he saw the punch counter coming in from Kiely.
Kiely now standing in southpaw stance, very light on his feet. That allows him to move in and out with ease.
And already that stance swapping that you alluded to during the walkout, Steen.
Very advanced footwork here from Richard. He's able just to perfectly gauge his distance that enables him to strike with precision, Chris.
That was a nice inside low kick landed there from Olejniczak. Kiely leaping in there for the fastball right hand.
Kiely, very versed in the striking game. He does have a ground game, but as we're seeing here, he wants to keep it standing, and he's doing a great job of firing at the end of his punches, and now he needs to start working this takedown defense, Chris. Pummel for those double underhooks.
Kiely, certainly no stranger to the grappling. There's no easy rolls at SBG. But right now, Olejniczak looking to work his A game. This is where he's certainly been most formidable, at least across his last 2 performances. Into the clinch, and then more importantly, getting that takedown. But he's unsuccessful at this point, Dean.
You can see Kiely there with 1 overhook, and he's got the underhook there with his left arm. That is stopping Daniel, dropping down to look for the takedown. So Daniel needs to start thinking about pummeling that arm through. You see there, he's trying to fire his right arm through and underneath Richard.
Nice deep underhook there. Olejniczak looking for something there. And Kiely senses a lapse from Olejniczak and forces his exit. Perhaps he felt him relax there. It was tough to see, Dean, but that was a good exit there for Kiely.
Kiely now on the outside, super confident in his striking. He's standing there with his hands down. I'd like to see Daniel open up with a striking game, really just throw some combination to disguise the takedown. Eats a jab there, does Daniel, but he's doing a great job of cutting him down. What he's trying to do is cut him off, Chris, and back Richard up against that cage.
Kiely bouncing on the balls of his feet. Looking for the big blitz there. And when those hands are loading, they're very difficult to read when they come in.
Tempting punches from Daniel. I like the way he's keeping his hands nice and high, so that when those counter punches come from Kiely, he's going to be able to block. Looking for the overhand right there, but he's got to set it up.
Olejniczak plodding onwards, looking to connect. But it's been a very patient and measured performance from both individuals. Sometimes a little bit of a feeling out process. Less than 90 seconds to go here in the first frame of this welterweight shootout.
Olejniczak looking for the heavy punches there. I'd like to see him change the level after that exchange to drop that weight down and fire forward to initiate a double leg or the clinch.
And Olejniczak looking for the blitz, but quick reactions there from Kiely. You know, there's a lot of patterns we're seeing here, again, that show his background as a full contact point-style kickboxer, but he's adapted it for MMA.
And that's what we're seeing more of now in MMA. The evolution of MMA is taking a step further. With this point style, you can still get in and out with relative ease, and more importantly, minimize the damage you take, Chris.
And it's a bit ironic, isn't it, seeing a MMA athlete with the hands down in that fashion, but with these 4-ounce gloves, it's a totally different game than kickboxing. The coverage is different, the hand fighting is different, and of course, when you've got speed like Kiely and accuracy, that's something he likes to do to kind of bait you into exchanges.
And his distance management, you see there, he fires the kick out. He knows exactly when to fire it through and when to pull it back. He's just so aware of where he is distance-wise. It is amazing to watch.
Just a few seconds to go here, and that is the end of the round. Some interesting takeaways and lessons there, Dean, if you look back and recap some of that.
Daniel Olejniczak now has to dig down deep and find that striking confidence that he has in his belly and transfer this to the fight. He needs to keep Richard busy and not know what's coming. Is there a combination? Is there a takedown being disguised?
Well, right now, it's all about the welterweights, but tonight, in the main event, Walsh versus Philpott, live and exclusive on Dave from 9 p.m. here in the UK. Those of you tuned in internationally here to the prelims, you guys can watch it and just check your local listings. The bantamweight world title up for grabs. The most prestigious belt in Europe, with plenty of other action as well. From the very finest martial artists on display tonight as BAMMA turns 30, live from the 3 Arena here in Dublin. It is just great to be with you folks tuned in as round 2 here on tap between Olejniczak and Kiely.
Kiely again with that beautiful footwork, using fakes and feigns now. He does this when he wants to set up the kicks. You see there? He twitched his front leg. He's looking for a spinning technique.
There it is.
And it's that patience that makes him really difficult to train for. But again, Olejniczak also showing measure and composure.
Olejniczak there, you can see the focus in his eyes. He's not shying away from these punches. He's keeping his hand up and he's backing up backwards. I like to see him move laterally, so left to right, Chris, and create some angles so he can fire in some counter punches.
And really, it's a difficult test when you've got a guy with the fancy footwork and, more importantly, the skills and ability of Kiely to change the angle on strikes and really create a puzzle in the making. But Olejniczak is looking and biding his time, Dean.
Olejniczak now, he's following Kiely. He needs to cut off. What I mean by that, Chris, if you imagine there's angles on the floor, he needs to cut across an angle, like a diagonal shape. Can't just follow straight ahead because he's going to walk into those punches. Nice left hook there by Kiely.
Kiely looking for the big one here. I'd like to see more combinations from Kiely right now. Dean, it seems a lot of single shots.
He's very careful. He's very aware of the takedown. The moment he commits to the punches and kicks, he's got to plant his feet to deliver those techniques.
And then, of course, subsequently retreat to avoid Olejniczak from cutting him off and getting a hold of him. So I guess that's a good point, given the strategy we've seen from Kiely this far.
He's executing his game plan perfectly. You can hear his corner, stick to the game plan. They want him to be patient. He's not forcing the KO. If it happens, he's going to take it. But you see there, look, he doesn't engage in a clinch battle. He comes out, takes center cage again, and he's able to fire off some punches and kicks.
And it must be a rather strange phenomenon, Dean, when there's been so much smack talk between these two. And then you get a little bit of a patient out-fighter performance that we're seeing from Kiely right now. It's not the aggression that Olejniczak might have expected.
It's just as much psychological as physiological, Chris. These athletes have to come up with a game plan and stick to it. And that takes a lot of psychology. When somebody's talking trash to you, you really want to win the fight in a decisive fashion. But both these athletes taking their time in implementing their own game plans. But you could arguably say that Kiely has one the striking battle thus far purely down to footwork.
Nice stiff jab there from Kiely. Looking to dip his head in, looking to pull away. Looking to try to open up here. And a very tense moment here as all eyes are glued on Kiely and Olejniczak. Olejniczak with a big overhand right.
That was a beautiful placement. He just needs to turn his knuckles down to the floor as he throws that. It's more like a slap that went onto Richard's head, excuse me. If Daniel can start to think about throwing these punches and keeping his head close to his hands, what I mean by that is the 1-2 combination straight down the pipe to fire the arm out and really cover his shoulder. Oh, spinning technique there. And Daniel quite rightly uses it to initiate the clinch. Now we see the takedown game of Daniel Olejniczak.
And Kiely spinning 360 degrees there with that wheel kick. He actually threw punches afterwards. He knew that Olejniczak was coming in and nearly tagged him there, Dean.
This is going to ooze the confidence now. You're going to see Daniel press that more and more. Then even leg kicks, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, it would seem to me a little bit more kicking from Olejniczak might be fruitful. He's not exactly worried about being taken down right now, Dean.
Olejniczak now is utilizing more techniques, giving Richard more to think about. Now he's got that overhand right in his arsenal. He just needs to set it up. Jab, left hook, overhand right, turn it into a takedown.
Some excellent maneuvering as Kiely comes in and floors Olejniczak and smashes another huge stoppage here at BAMMA 30.
And that's what we were talking about, the beautiful elusive footwork that's attributed to kickboxing and the evolution of MMA, and he has proved that there is power in those techniques.
Did the hype train just pick up speed? I think so. And Kiely smashes it out of the park tonight at the 3 Arena. What a momentous occasion. He might just be the face of BAMMA, Dean.
Richard Kiely screaming, where's my belt? And to be honest, he's earned this victory beautifully. He's implemented his game plan, and I love the way he stepped in, planted his feet, and fired that killer shot that sent Daniel Olejniczak crashing to the canvas.
Dean, it was patient, it was measured, it was technical, it was absolutely emphatic and devastating. Kiely has been calling out everybody in this entire roster at a $170. Here's why.
It was the left hook that dropped him and the hammer fist raining down from above that finished it.
And Daniel Mobahidi giving him every opportunity, but look at that. Closes the distance, lights him up with a left hand, and Mobahidi forced to wave this one off as Kiely opens up his arms and says, who is next?
Love the way Richard Kiely set that up. What he did is he faked the jab because Daniel was using the right hand parry. When you parry, the right hand dips down and exposes the chin. Kiely placed the left hook perfectly and swarmed in, didn't waste any time, and finished with a TKO. We will hand it over to Buddy Showtime Johnson for the official announcement.
Our referee called a stoppage to this bout at 3 minutes and 55 seconds of the second round. To your winner by TKO, Richard Kiely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here alongside Richard Kiely. Richard, tonight you promised a devastating performance. You came in there and delivered.
I wasn't lying. That's why I'm the face of BAMMA. Terry Brazier, I know you're in here hiding somewhere. Stand up, I'm still fresh, you can come in here now.
Now, Richard, you really have shown a lot of brilliance with your technical kickboxing. You were patient, you were measured, and you timed that one perfectly. Tell us how you set it up.
The first round, to be honest, I have the height to respect. I do know his second name, it's Daniel Olejniczak, and I have the height to respect for him as a competitor. He's an awesome competitor, he's strong as a bull. and I thank him for the privilege of letting him be in the cage with me. The first round was just about getting my timing. I got it, I measured his timing, and then he was keeping his guard tight, so it was just about showing the shots. He showed it, I took it.
Richard, congratulations on your performance. You have put the entire division on notice. Any final words for the fans?
They should have been on notice earlier, which I told them all already. I want to thank everyone that has come out tonight. Really, the support has been overwhelming. Thank you. I said it last time, I'll say it again. Jade Kinsley, I love you.
Richard Kiely, ladies and gentlemen.